when your people like their job, are happy in life, and are engaged and are excited and doing new things and achieving goals, it's the best of all worlds. So you just can't ask for more.
This is Lead with Culture. I'm Kate Volman, and on this episode, we are talking to another one of our incredible dream managers. Jason Conforti is the dream manager for Stellar One Consulting. So we talk about what it takes to become a dream manager. We talk about how he became a dream manager. We dig in a little bit around the curriculum of the Dream Manager program and what some of his favorite sessions are. And he shares some really great insight into how their organization is measuring the results. I know a lot of leaders are always like, what's the ROI and what is the impact it's going to have on my team members? So we talk a little bit about that, as well as some of the dreams that are being achieved over there at Stellar One because of the Dream Manager program. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Jason, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited for our conversation.
Thank you so much, Kate. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm very excited. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're digging into all things Dream Manager. And before we do, why don't you share a little bit about Stellar One Consulting and the work that you get to do there? How big is the company? How long have you been there?
Oh, absolutely. So the Stellar One Consulting is a value-added reseller for SAP Business One, Acumatica, Business by Design, so software company. We are about a decade-old company, but I'm about a year and a half new to the company. I was hired as a dream manager. And amazingly, one of the metrics that we have is how many people are engaged. Actually, we have 21 employees, 19 of which are engaged in the program. There's only two that didn't participate. And they have their own very good reasons for not participating, but that's fine. We have a really good adoption rate, and it's just been a wonderful thing for the company.
That's awesome. And I love, it's a little unique. And every dream manager has a unique experience and how they became a dream manager. And it's
Yes.
really cool because we do have some organizations like yours that decides, hey, I'm going to hire a dream manager that is tasked with being the life coach for their people. And then
Yeah.
also, that employee engagement, involvement, some of the other things that you get to do. Because obviously, when you start to discover the dreams of your people, there's so many different areas that you can explore and ways that you can really help your people grow. So that's really exciting. So, how did you become a dream manager? Because that in and of itself is an interesting story.
I won't take all of our time with it. I'll be brief with it, but it is a neat story. I guess towards the latter stages of my sales career, I really leaned towards and was attracted to helping people. I really felt compelled to help people, whether it be in their personal life or in their professional life. And people naturally came to me. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that in my sales career, and then subsequently as a sales leader, as a director of sales, even as a general manager as of late. Wasn't introduced to the book. I didn't know about Matthew Kelly. I didn't know about this program, but I was always really interested in helping people. So my wife worked for Stellar One Consulting, and this is the short part of the story that's really interesting. Richard Seller, our CEO, came to town to visit Natalie, and they invited me to come along. At the time, I was the general manager for a company called Pioneer Business Solutions, which was a competitor of Stellar One. But I thought it was an interesting opportunity, so I went and I met Richard. And when my wife introduced me to him, she said, "Richard, this is my husband, Jason." And her eyes got really big, and she said, "Oh, and he's the dream manager." I'd never heard the term before. And I thought, oh my goodness, is she having some kind of episode? What are you talking about? That was my first introduction. And we talked a little about it at the dinner. And I don't want to say I dismissed it, but I put it off to the side. And then after the dinner, I went and I got the book and I read the book, and it was like a dream come true. It's exactly what I wanted to do. It was what I was passionate about. And it makes so much sense for businesses today. Richard told me at the dinner, I'll be hiring a dream manager within the next 2 years. 4 months later, I was a full-time employed dream manager for Stellar One Consulting. Everything else
Wow.
was put behind. It was incredible. I still get chills thinking about it. The rest is history. And it's been an amazing journey. It's just been wonderful to see the effects on our people, on our company, and to be able to wake up every morning and go, I can't believe I get to do this for a living. I get to talk to people and help people. And that's what I'm passionate about. So, it's what they say. If you can do what you love, it's not really like working. It's wonderful. It's really a great thing. So
No, it's a beautiful thing. You're obviously leveraging your gifts, your talents, and taking everything that you developed throughout your career. And now you get to take it here into being the dream manager, which obviously you have a lot of experience in business and doing other things. And now it lends itself nicely to being able to have really wonderful conversations with your team to help them discover more about themselves and make sure that they are tapping into their creativity and doing the work that they are meant to do and become the best version of themselves personally and professionally. So, obviously, you have the best job in the world being a dream manager, and some of the organizations that we work with, they have a part-time dream manager or someone that does it in addition to some of the other work that they're doing. You're full-time, so you're tasked with growing your people, developing them, and making sure that they are happy and healthy and doing good work and also living their dreams personally. So, what have you seen since implementing the program? How have you seen your people shift and how do they show up at work? What are the conversations like? What are some of the things that you saw?
it's everything that we expected based on the Dream Manager, the introduction to the program, the things that we were being told. This is how it's going to affect your company. It's everything we heard. It's a raise in culture. It enhances the culture. People perform better. And I was always of that mindset. People who are well adjusted, who like their job, who have balanced relationships in their lives, and have a mentor of some type or a coach of some type, they're simply going to show up better, show up more. They're going to turn over less. They're going to perform better. They're going to create a better culture, which attracts better talent. It's really had all those effects. In my short tenure, a year and a half is not very long, but in my tenure, I've seen four first time home buyers, one of which frankly thought they were never going to be a home buyer. They were kind of just resolved to be a renter because they didn't think it was in their cards. And we talked about it. We talked about the opportunities and we did a little research and I inspired them to go and figure some things out and check some things out. And lo and behold, I got a picture on our teams one day of them holding a key. And I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Beautiful. And I love that you mentioned that as one of the dreams because it can be so easy for people to think that dreams mean something so outlandish and so crazy that it'll never happen. And to have a dream manager to say, wait a second, owning a home is a beautiful dream to have if that's what you want to do. And let's figure out a way to get there. And so to have a dream manager that sits with them and asks them really great questions and reminds them that, wait, you actually have a lot more power and control in your life than you might think you do. And for you to empower that person, think about how they show up at work differently. Think about how more strategic they become, how more optimistic, how much better they're thinking about their work and their life, and just the belief system that, wow, I can achieve great things. That is remarkable.
It really is incredible. We have surveys that go out monthly, and we call those pulse surveys. So we're kind of taking the pulse of our employees. And as part of the program, we want to know what they're thinking. We want to hear from them what they feel and think about how we're operating, their particular job, their roles, their desires to grow in their future and their plans. So we have these pulse surveys we send out. And one question that's on all of them is our ENPS, our Employee Net Promoter Score. Before we started this program, before I was part of the company as well, I looked back at the historical data and we floated somewhere around what's a normal ENPS for a business, and it was 60 to 70%. You're always going to have some unsatisfied people, typically because you don't have the communication there, you don't have a mentor in place to help, you don't have that two-way communication going on to really show that you care about the people. Today, our ENPS is between 90 to 100%, always. We're trying to keep it there. It's amazing. It's really incredible to see that. We use a product called Lattice, and I get reports on a weekly basis because those surveys go out weekly to different people. And they're short surveys, 5 questions. We don't want to inundate anybody. But the last one I saw, our pulse score was 100 and our ENPS was 100. That was just a bright spot for me. I was very excited to see that. And it's not always going to be that way and you run into trouble. But when you have someone who facilitates the communication and ensures that the people are being heard and the people know they're being heard and taken care of, it doesn't get much better. It's great. I just love it.
That is Incredible. That's what's so beautiful about the program is that it works in every industry, in every organization. The way that Matthew developed the Dream Manager program is so that it's simple to roll out, it's simple in the content. We live in this world of overcomplicating and overthinking and all these things. And so to have a program that is structured and intentionally written in a way that is very simple, that everybody can feel like, oh, these are things I can do to improve my life. And then for you to start to see those results on the other side is just incredible. I mean, what organization wouldn't want that, right? Even when challenges happen, and look, not every day is the best day ever for people, but to know that even if they were having a bad day, to know that they're still scoring overall, the work that they do, they're happy there. And part of that reason is because they have a dream manager that they get to work with that is, hey, I'm here for you. I am here for you to make sure that you're actually fulfilling your dreams. So that is remarkable. I absolutely love that. The leadership, I know that a lot of our dream managers are always asking, how do we measure these results? Obviously, you shared a couple right now. That is wonderful for us to get that employee net promoter score. But what are some other things that you do as far as with the leadership team so that you're able to kind of report back to them? Hey, here's what's happening with this program and seeing some of the results. What do you do on a regular basis with them?
There's a topic of the month every month that we cover as part of the program, as you know. And I introduce the next month's topic. And that in itself is really something that is meant for our leadership to see so they know what the rest of us are doing. It's just phenomenal that we do have the rest of our leadership is participating. Those monthly recap and then launch of the next topic of the month is kind of what we do relative to keeping everyone engaged. So very exciting. The topic of the month to me is one of the more significant pieces. Now, so a couple things. One, it's different and unique to have a small company like ours, 21 people, have a full-time dream manager. Only 21 people. You'd think, well, that doesn't make sense. But if you think about the turnover and the cost of the human resource, it can cost 1.5 times someone's salary to replace them. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, or more.
Or more. So even with 20 people or 25 employees, even 15 employees, if you keep one, two, or three from turning on an annual basis, that's amazing. So having a full-time dream manager really does change that. It pays for itself, and every company needs it. The employees enjoy it. It does enhance culture. It reduces turn. The employees perform better. So your company's actually operating better. It's just the best of all worlds. And what we're doing for the employees is we are covering a particular topic every month, right? We cover purpose one month, building your dreams or the architecture of your dreams, money in your dreams, your personality, time and energy. And then there's several that we talk about mastery. We talk about physical mastery, being healthy. And we have a health and wellness channel on our team. We talk about intellectual mastery and emotional mastery, spiritual mastery, and finally professional mastery. That really covers about 12 months worth. And then there's this year two curriculum that I can't wait to roll out. So we're helping them also with a list of goals and dreams. Many people don't have goals written down. So we've started the program with let's make a list. Let's go through and make a list of dreams. Those are your goals, dreams. And we use the old 1980 acronym SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable. Some people say realistic, some say relevant, and timed. Those are SMART goals. And we incorporate that. So now we have people who know that there's someone here who cares about them and their family and their future. We are also helping them with their goals and dreams. And I help facilitate sometimes. I'm not a certified financial advisor, but I have associates within my time in business that I can refer them to. So I help them find a mortgage lender, a financial advisor, someone like that. We help them with their goals and dreams. We help them just with their life in general, with the topics of the month that I mentioned. And it's just incredible.
So you mentioned some of your team members were able to buy their home, which is a beautiful thing. Four within a year. I mean, that's a lot of buying homes. But what about some of the other dreams that have been achieved over the
Oh
last
my
year?
gosh. We've got people doing just such a wide variety because we did, as the program suggests, ensure that their goals and dreams were written and not all just material goals. Typically you ask someone, Write some goals down. Okay, I want a new car, I want a new house, I want that watch, I want the outfit, whatever it might be. That's all material. We were given by Matthew in the program these 12 areas of dreams, right? And they can be intellectual dreams, spiritual dreams, financial, material. There's such a wide variety. So we're educating and helping our people to set a broad spectrum of goals and dreams. And we see people learning second languages, including me.
Oh,
Yo
what are
hablo
you
español, pero
learning?
Spanish. Yo hablo español, pero un poquito. Yo soy un
Ah,
estudiante de español. I've been about just over a year and I'm speaking Spanish and I love it. People learning second languages, people upgrading, buying a new car, their first new car ever. Just a wide variety of things. Trips. This is one of the neatest things. When people go on these vacations and trips, I'm seeing people go to the Inca Trail and Machu Picchu, gone to Greece, people have gone to all these different places because we have the program in place. We use Teams internally. We have these Teams channels where we share pictures and videos and all of these different things. It's like the whole company gets to go. We're all engaged. That's a huge part of this program is engagement. And so I get to go see Machu Picchu. I've never been there, but I'm seeing pictures because so and so was there. A couple of our people have went there. So people are traveling, people are really engaging in life and the sustenance and spirituality and all the different things and enjoying their lives. And
yeah.
it doesn't get much better than that, right? When your people like their job, are happy in life and are engaged and are excited and doing new things and achieving goals, it's the best of all worlds. You just can't ask for more.
I know. I love that. That's so awesome. That's a lot of dreams. And the thing that I always find so interesting when talking to our dream managers is how quickly they start to see results, how quickly they come, and just the idea of when people are walking around the office or talking to each other and the conversations around dreams. People are actually, instead of gossiping or talking about all the negative things that happen in life, it's, oh, so and so, you look good. You lost some weight because this person had a dream of losing weight and getting more healthy or fit. Or they love talking about their vacations because that's something that we can get excited about, right? When you plan a vacation and you're looking forward to it, to be able to be more engaged. I mean, that's the whole point of the program, right? Is to engage people in their own life. So now they become more engaged in their work life because you're helping them as a whole individual, as a whole person, and to have a dream manager that is there because not just to get the great work out of them, but to help them grow in all those different areas. I love that you shared so many of the sessions that we go through because we do talk through all those different physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, all the different areas of life. So, is there one session that you particularly really enjoy taking people through?
I think there's two are my favorite. I can list right away. It's the physical mastery, because that's all about health and wellness. And that's
Yeah.
a really important for our people and their families. And then the spiritual mastery, because that's the sustenance of life, right? That's the enjoyment of life. So those two for me are what I'm most passionate about. We haven't talked about this, but I spent 20 some years and I haven't trained seriously lately, but I spent about 20 years as a martial artist and I was focused on health and wellness and my body and changing my lifestyle. And from that, I got the 8 essentials, which is how I always coached. That is about a positive mind, healthy body, balanced relationships, meaningful life. And then there's inspiration, contribution, sustenance, and legacy. But the first four just tied directly to the program. It's exactly the stuff we talk about here and what the program. I was thrilled to see that, especially the physical, emotional, and intellectual mastery. Those three, because the type of martial arts I studied are about the intellectual being, the spiritual being, and the physical being, and the three areas in the body where that energy is harnessed and stored, and how to not become a person who's stressed on tomorrow or lamenting the past and dragging depression with you or causing anxiety, but living in today, living in the moment, actually enjoying what life presents and everything that's in front of you. To me, that's the biggest thing.
I feel like we can all use a little bit more peace and calm and relaxation and enjoying the present moment, which you're able to do when you are living your best life. As a full-time dream manager, who obviously this is what you get to do, you've had this experience now. What makes up a good dream manager? If someone's out there thinking, I might want to have a dream manager or hire somebody, what would that look like?
It can be anybody. There's no real specific profile, but some of the things you want to look for, are they really passionate about helping people? They got to have a passion for helping people. That's the baseline. And if you can find people who connect with people, not standoffish or shy, but you want to be able to connect with people and be outgoing and really be a good listener and understand. That's really all you need. Everything else can be taught. The program's there. It's all laid out for you. It doesn't have to be an intricate process to find a good dream engine. There's plenty of people out there. You just got to find someone who's passionate about other people and helping people.
Yeah. And I love that you shared you're not a financial advisor in any way. A lot of people think, oh, I have to have someone who is a financial advisor because dreams, there's always a price tag to most of the dreams that we have. And so we get into that in the program. And so we do work on that throughout the program. And so you don't have to be a financial advisor, but it is great because, as you said, you are able to either recommend someone or encourage and empower people to find someone on their own if they are interested in going that route and really taking the direction of finding someone in that space as well. But it's not necessary for a great dream manager. And as long as you care about people and you are committed to their growth and development, then that's the beauty of the program. It's laid out for you.
I Yeah, absolutely.
So if there is a leader out there that is listening to this and because they're really contemplating and thinking, I don't know, is it worth it? What's the ROI? What would you recommend? What would you say to someone who is considering hiring or making someone on their team a dream manager?
Don't wait. It's almost common sense. It really is. Consider all that's going on in our world today. We're not built to handle the amount of information that's available to us today. And it's overwhelming for a lot of people, not to mention what we just went through with COVID. People are looking for this. People want this. People want someone to talk to. People want someone to help them with their goals and dreams and help them focus on today and to block out the scary noise and some of the things that really you don't need to pay attention to right now. You really need to focus on yourself and your family and your job and your career. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. The ROI is there regardless whether you're 15-person company or whether you're 50 or 150. Save one or two people from turning, and it without a doubt lowers your turnover ratio. The cost of the human resource growing and growing and growing. It's not getting any cheaper. So much remote work today. In fact, we had mentioned the office. We're remote. We're 100%. We don't have an office. We're 100% remote company, right? So we don't have the water cooler. So we have on our teams a channel called the water cooler where people get to share all their vacations and successes. And I bought a home and I built this and I made that and I just got my car and look at this. And they ask questions. Does anyone have experience with this? I'm trying to do this. It's amazing to see the engagement. It doesn't make any sense to wait. Do it fast. Do it now. Call Kate, call me. Happy to talk to anyone about it. It's a no brainer. I'm sorry. I was in sales for 25 years, but it really is a no brainer.
No brainer. Well, Jason, you are awesome. Thank you so much for serving as the dream manager. I'm so happy that things worked out the way that they did. And it's no surprise because I feel like this is life. The dots connect when you least expect them to sometimes. And here you are living out this dream of being a dream manager, a dream you didn't even know you had.
Absolutely. It's right. It's right. I was actually towards those latter stages of my career, a little concerned going, I don't want to get back into sales and stuff. What am I going to do? I was thrilled that there was a world already built around what I was passionate about and wanted to do. Seriously, it is a dream of mine and a dream I didn't know I had, a dream I didn't know was possible.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job and you are a great dream manager. And I look forward to hearing about the more and more successes that you have with the program and the more dreams that are being achieved. So definitely keep us posted. And I so appreciate you taking some time to chat with me today and being on the show.
I'm honored. Thank you for having me on the show. I've had a great time and I love sharing all this information, all of what we're doing here. This is a great, great program and it's really working for us. It would work for anybody.
I just love talking to all of our incredible dream managers. And the one thing that you will notice if you've listened to any of our other episodes is how passionate our dream managers are about the work that they get to do. And rightfully so. It is the best job in the world to be a dream manager, to help people become the best version of themselves, because your organization can only become the best version of itself to the extent that your people are becoming better versions of themselves. And so we get to do this work every single day. So if you are interested in becoming a dream manager, or if there's someone on your team that you think, wow, this person would really make an incredible dream manager, and that is a program that would really help my organization grow and become the best version of itself, which it will. It absolutely will. We see it in all of our dream manager clients. Then we would love to chat with you. You can just go over to thedreammanager.com, fill out that form, and someone on our team will get in touch with you. We can have a conversation and learn a little bit more about you, your organization, some of the goals that you are looking to achieve, and see if now is the perfect time to incorporate the Dream Manager program in your organization. So we would love to talk to you. Go to thedreammanager.com. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you found it inspiring and helpful. I hope that if nothing else, it inspires you to go ask your team members, what's your dream? Ask your team members about their dreams. All right, go have fun. And until next time, lead with culture.